you ran over here because you wanted to see the new Cosmic Beauty collection in action, then thank you for stopping by. I am here to answer as many questions as I can, show you close-ups and swatches of all of the new beautiful items launching, so just keep watching. If this happens to be your first time on my channel, welcome. My name is Karen Harris. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube. I do post quite often, so highly recommend subscribing to my channel, turning on that bell so you're notified every time I post, and without further blabbering, let's get into it. Okay, I'm so excited, you guys. When I heard that this package was heading my way, I really didn't know what to expect, and when I opened it up, I was blown away by this package. Now, I feel like beauty brands really can go all out sometimes when it comes to intricate packaging design, and I was just so impressed with this. First of all, we have a chest, which is so beautiful. I love this navy blue and the little subtle foil details on this packaging. I think I need to get some nail art that looks like this. So then we open the top here and there's a little clasp. I've already dug through this, so you know, if it looks a little bit sketch, it's because of me. And then on top here we see the packaging for the highlighter palette. Yes, there's multiple pieces to this collection, which already gets me so excited. And then you can kind of like pick this up and slide it this way, and then you see the lipsticks and the lip oils right here. We also have a little slot, I already took it out, for the metallic gel liners, which I already swatched as well. So that sits here, and then I was like, okay, wait, where's the palette? How do I get to the palette? How do I get to the palette? So after freaking out for like 5 seconds, because you know, I'm a bit slow sometimes, I realized that this was a drawer, so you slide this out, and sorry, here is the beautiful palette packaging. I'm really feeling this like midnight tarot card vibes of this whole collection. I do have close-ups and swatches. I'm gonna try and layer everything as best as I can, but now let's go ahead and take a look at each part of the collection. So I knew that Faye was not going to do me dirty with these liquid lipstick shades, and I feel like she created two really great shades that are also wearable. Look at these components. They have like this geode type packaging. I love the gold cap. Again, it looks so good with the whole collection. So we have like a cool tone nudie brown and a mauve pinky shade, two really variable colors, so love that for me. And then I saw the tinted lip oils and I gasped a little bit, especially because of this shade. I can't see, I'm so blind right now, so I can't see the shade name, but look at this beautiful like midnight blue lip oil. I feel like, again, they just like nailed the assignment. And then we have a warm terracotta lip oil as well. So these are so stunning. I can't wait to try them out. So next we have these metallic gel liners. Again, they nailed the packaging. It is beautiful navy with really pretty little gold stars, and I did swatch all the shades. So we have like a multi-chrome kind of blue purpley shifting color. We have a gold, we have a more purpley shade, and then more of a coppery color. So again, you'll see swatches, but these felt really creamy when I swatched them. I'm definitely going to incorporate them into one or more eye looks, and yeah, I'm so pumped for that. And then we have a highlighter palette. Again, amazing packaging. There's 3 shades in here. It says it has a 24-month shelf life, made in the PRC. So we have 3 shades here. Moonbeam is more like a champagne shade. Starlight is a blue purple shifting shade, and then Sunbeam is a beautiful coppery gold shade. So that one's gonna look really good on medium to deep skin tones, which I'm excited to, of course, incorporate that into my looks as well. And then last but certainly not least, the star of the show, at least in my mind, is the Starlight Society palette. I don't know why, I just recently-ish watched Discovery of Witches. I haven't seen the whole thing, but it's giving me just like Discovery of Witches, like midnight, I don't know, all those vibes. So I love it. I love the clouds. I just think this is so beautiful. I love little like stars like this. I even have a couple actually on my nail today. But anyway, this is so pretty, and I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen the color story in the swatches, but look at this. So it is one that opens up top like the Lovers palette. Usually Cosmic Beauty palettes open up like this, horizontal versus vertical. So anyway, this one is a vertical palette. So when I swatched it down each row because I did feel like that was a color story on its own. So yeah, let's go ahead and look at more close-ups, more swatches. I don't know the prices of anything, so, you know, take that with a grain of salt, but let me just show you my swatches. So the first shade is a gold shade. It's called Trinkets. And then we have Celestial, which is a mustard. Patchwork is a warm terracotta brown. Incense is a bone-colored matte. And then we have Stardust, which is another gold shade. It does look white in the pan, but it has a gold shift to it. Bell Sleeve is a dark purple. Stained Glass is a multi-chrome that shifts from purple to green to like a burgundy. Amethyst is a purple matte. Mood Ring is the Blurple shade. It's like a blue purpley shifting shadow. Constellation is a lighter purple matte. We have Astrology, which is a dark blue. When Stars Align is a metallic blue. Taken by the Wind is a mid-tone blue, and then Starlight Society is a shifty shade that goes from blue to green. Daydreamer is a light pastel-y blue. Shawl is a purple, bronzy, shifty shade. Tassel is a burgundy matte. Drapes is a mauve matte shade. And then Journal is a pastel-y pink shade. And then the last shade is called Crystal Ball, which shifts from like a peachy to a purpley color. So overall, we have 20 shades in this palette, and we have 8 shimmer shades and 12 mattes. So overall, this has a great balance, and I definitely feel like this reminds me of some other color stories from indie palettes in the past, but I love Cosmic Beauty. They're one of my favorite brands, so I'm so excited to put some looks together with this collection. I don't really know much about launch information and stuff. I'm trying to get a head start on filming this video because they did send it to me early. So if I find out any additional information, I'll probably go ahead and put that in the end of the video when I film the outro with the last look. So yeah, hopefully this is helpful. Stick around. I want to start off with a neutral look because I want to give you guys multiple options and show you that these colorful palettes can still be very everyday. So yeah, let's start off with a basic neutral look. I'm actually wearing a liquid lipstick from What's Up Beauty. I'm going to switch that out, but let's go ahead and start off with a neutral look. I did clean my brushes last night because I knew that I was going to have a lot of Halloween and just like fall palettes coming my way. There's been so many announcements, so I've been gearing up. So I'm going to start off with Patchwork, and you know that this is like my kind of color, and we're just going to plop that on the crease. I'm not going to lie, I ranked their last palette, the Smolder palette, a little bit lower than I usually would with the Cosmic Beauty palettes, but it was such a cool tone palette. I mean, I really like the looks I created with it, but it wasn't really like my color story. So when I saw this one, I was just like, yes, thank you. I love this for me. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend, 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 blend. Okay, I'm going to go in with Celestial, and we're going to just kind of buff that on the edge of the terracotta shade. That is a really nice mustard. Sometimes mustards just kind of get eaten into my skin, so the fact that I can actually see this color on the edge is nice. Okay, so we're gonna pick a lid shade. I think we're gonna do Trinkets on the lid, Stardust on the outer corner, and then I'll probably use the shade Tassel to deepen up this look. We'll see. I don't always want to do a deepening up of the outer corner, but I will reserve the right to change my mind. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up Trinkets, which is the first really pretty shimmery shade. And this one feels like just like an everyday regular shimmer. But you know, we gotta spray the brush and ooh yeah. This is like my everyday bread and butter neutral look. I know these shades look good on me. I love to put a warm matte in the crease and then a beautiful sparkly gold shade on the lid. When I first started like playing with makeup, not even really filming, I had Urban Decay Baked and Half Baked, and I've told this story many times on my YouTube channel over the years, but I went to Hawaii on spring break and I had just gotten like a tax refund, and we were at a Macy's and I was just feeling like a rich bitch, you know? And so this guy at the Macy's in Hawaii at the Urban Decay counter convinced me that I could do like a full face of makeup, and he did my makeup, showed me how to do everything, and it was the best day ever. So I just always think of that warm look when I do looks like this. So anyway, that is like really simple and easy. And if you want to leave it like this, you totally can. Of course, I'm going to use the gold eyeliner in my waterline. So this is the shade Sunburst, and I also had a gold eyeliner like this from Urban Decay that they sold me. So basically recreating my first ever Urban Decay makeup look at this point. Okay, so I just put this eyeliner in my waterline, and you can smudge it out if you don't want to put any eyeshadow in your lower lash line, but I like to put a little bit of eyeshadow in my lower lash line. So I'm going to grab this little pointy pencil brush and I'm going to go into the shade Stardust first. I've learned over the years of doing my eyeshadow on camera to start with the lightest shade because the brush gets so dirty, and try as you might to take out the eyeshadow, like the darkest color. It can be a little bit challenging, especially when you're trying to film on a schedule. So I'm gonna start with the lighter shade. Of course I could use another clean brush, but then I have to clean the brush. So these are my life hacks, okay, in case you were wondering. That is such a fun little pop of champagne kind of in the inner corner. I'm going to put just a little bit under my brow hairs as well. I need to get my brows done pretty badly, but you know, that's a problem for another day. I'm actually shockingly filming this in the morning. It is 9:36. This never happens in my life, but my older child is going to preschool and the younger one is so left out. She feels so sad when her big sister goes to school. And so dad usually takes them. And so dad decided that she could come hang out with him at work today. So I was like, what am I going to do with myself while these kids are out of the house? And in true good YouTuber fashion, of course, I decided I'm going to film. I need to film because I have so many things to film with. I should be filming probably with my Natasha Denona palette, but honestly, I just really want to get a head start on these videos because I know I'm going to have the new Bella Beauté bar palette. I already have like the Trap palette from Gourmand Girls that I need to film with. And then the Simply Posh Black Cherry palette is headed my way. And somebody else messaged me about something too. I can't remember. I don't know, but I feel like there's a lot of things coming. Oh, the Lethal Conjuring collection is also headed my way. So I'm like, let me just film with what I have. Not that any of you care, but anyway, I figured I'd talk to fill the time. But yeah, you could just leave it like this. Keep it light, keep it airy. Maybe that's what I'll do this time because I never do that. This seems like a perfectly reasonable amount of makeup to have on at 9:30 in the morning. So I'm going to go ahead and try out the tinted lip oil, I think. I think the warm shade will look really cute with this look. So let me go ahead and take this lipstick off and put on some blush, and then we can try the highlighter. Okay, so I did throw on some blush. You guys will see what it is in a second, but let's go ahead and highlight this face. So I'm gonna go into Sunbeam with this Sigma brush, and I know I'm playing a very safe game today, but I feel like this blush is so intense, and I kind of want something that's just gonna match it instead of being like super over the top. So I'm just going in and tapping this on top. But look at that shimmer. It's so beautiful. Got to put a little bit on the nose, a little bit on the Cupid's bow. I know, I'm so old-fashioned. What can I say? And just a little bit on the chin as well. So yeah, stunning shade like I knew it was gonna be. And then we have to try out the tinted lip oil. So these have the most beautiful fragrance. When I was swatching them, I was like, oh my gosh. So it smells to me like watermelon. And I'm just gonna go right in. I did line my lips, so cute. It's definitely feeling more like a thick lip oil than one that feels very like watery. So just so you know what to expect. And I will say, if you're sensitive to smell, keep that in mind, because to me it is quite intense. I don't know if it'll go away, but yeah, that's the lip combo. I did have a lip liner on. I don't know if I said, but I did have a lip liner on. So yeah, this is the first look all done. Let me go ahead and spray my face, throw on some mascara, find some earrings, and I'll be right back to tell you guys what else is on my face today. Okay, you guys, I love this first look, and I had to pull out my cloud earrings to go with it. I don't wear these enough, but aren't they so perfect, especially with the cool clouds on the packaging of this palette? I feel like I nailed the assignment. Anyway, let me tell you really quick what else is on my face today in case you guys are curious. I did just place a large Sephora order and I picked up so many things that I had been eyeing. So today we're wearing the Gucci Skin Tint. I'm actually testing this out and I decided to pair it with the Gucci Concealer. Also wearing the Gucci Powder Bronzer because I'm feeling like Gucci today. And I did use the Charlotte Tilbury Bronzer underneath the powder. I did dig in a little bit into this MPH underpainting palette. I used the concealer shade. I think it's a little too light for me. I did see on Glam Girl Chelsea that she had commented saying they're going to come out with the tan palette. And I wish I had just waited for the tan, but I was like, I have a discount, I might as well. So we'll see. Maybe I'll end up swapping those. And then I also grabbed the Danessa Myricks new Yummy Skin Liquid Blurring Balm. I don't know, do you guys feel like my face looks any blurred than before? I'm also wearing the shade from Rhode Beauty. This is a new one. It is called, oh my gosh, I just filmed with this and I already forgot. Sun Soak. Okay, so this is such a pretty terracotta little Rhode blush, and this is from the summer collection, so I'm super pumped that I picked it up. And then in case you're wondering what lip liner I'm wearing with the lip oil, it is the shade Fiery from Unearthly. This is a really pretty color and it really works well with terracotta shades like this. So that is everything on my face plus everything from Cosmic Beauty. Now let's get into another look. I'm not Taylor Swift by any means, but hopefully by now you know that every time the colors in my background change, I change it every month. So if you looked at the first look, different colors, this time different colors, it's because it's a new month and I'm finally getting around to film the second look with this palette. It's getting announced soon and I want to be ready. So we're going to do look number 2 today. It's going to be a little bit more dramatic. I still have this like hoarseness in my voice, so don't mind that. We're here for the makeup, so let's get into it. I think I'm committing to playing with the blues and the purples. In this look, I put on my blue velvet shirt, so I think we're gonna do a little drama today. And oh my gosh, I've been listening to the Shonda Rhimes? Yeah, I think that's her name. Interview on Call Her Daddy, and it's so interesting. That woman is an icon. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine? I mean, she's literally entertained me for the last decade or so. I never really got into Grey's Anatomy, but I love Scandal, How to Get Away with Murder, Bridgerton. So good. Did she do Revenge too? I can't remember. That show was so good too on ABC. Remember the days when you could watch TV shows online for free? Like you could just go on the ABC website and just watch a couple ads and you could watch your TV shows on there before TV companies were like, wait a second, we can charge people to subscribe to our websites and watch shows or however they do it now. I think you like get those online through like your cable company access. Anyways, do I sound like 100 years old? Probably. I also started listening to the Let Them Theory. I bought the book forever ago, but I mean, it's kind of how I've always lived my life, but I've kind of run out of things to watch on YouTube the last couple of days, and so I've been trying to listen to audiobooks, and I've been listening to The Life of a Showgirl. Anyway, I just took the shade Astrology. I don't know if I said that, but I'm just trying to like build that into my outer corner and my crease. It's such a pretty color. It's like the same color as my shirt. It's kind of crazy. Okay, next I'm going to go into the shade Amethyst. It's pretty mid-tone purple. I'm just going to stick to the same brush and just kind of pack that on kind of closer to the outer corner as well. That is such a pretty purpley color. Okay, next I want to use this shade called Constellations. It's a really pretty light purpley color. I'm just going to kind of like start packing that onto the lid and the inner corner as well. I don't know if I'm going to do a lighter shade this time around. I haven't decided. So this shade's going to kind of take over. I want it to be pretty light. So I think I'll deepen it up some more with the blue, but now I need to figure out what shade I want to use on the lids. Do I do Mood Ring or Starlight Society? I feel like I should do Mood Ring. That's so pretty. And then maybe Starlight Society on the very inner corner. Could be a thing. Let's see. You guys, the way I have Fate of Ophelia stuck in my head, it's insane. Okay, I just picked up Mood Ring. I'm like singing it in my head. Oh yeah, look at that color. It's so pretty. Yeah, I'm just going to flip the brush over and I'm going to go into Starlight Society and give it a nice spray, and we're just going to pop that in. Okay, I really like how the eyeshadow is looking, so now I need to use an eyeliner. I think I might combine these two from the collection. So I want to use the purpley color pretty much the entire way and then leave the inner corner of the waterline open. And then I'll use the lighter bluish shade on the inner portion. That is such a pretty eyeliner. Oh my gosh. And the packaging is so freaking cute. And then I'm going to use this iridescent shade in the inner, just a little bit here. Okay, I'm going to take a little pencil brush and I'm going to go into the shade Amethyst. And we're just going to run that kind of on the middle of the lower lash line here, back and forth. Okay, that's looking so cute. Now I'm going to go into Astrology and I'm just going to pack it on the very outer edge. Okay, so I want to deepen up the blue a little bit more, so I'm going to go into the shade called Bell Sleeves, which is this dark purpley color. And I'm just going to pop that on top. I like to mix shadows like this just to give it a little bit more depth. It's looking nice and dark. Okay, I just wiped my brush off on my Sigma switch and I'm going to go back into Constellation and just kind of go back and forth right there. Okay, and then I'm going to take this clean pencil brush and I want to go into the shade called, I was going to use Stardust, but I think I'm going to use Starlight Society again. And this time we're going to spray it nicely. And I'm just going to pop it on the inner corner here as well. This feels like it's almost out, which is so exciting because what did it take me, like a year to use this up? Probably longer, actually. I don't even know. But it's so interesting. Like, I'm not a project planner, but I'm getting to that point where a lot of my things are kind of finishing at the same time. Like, things I've been working on for a while. So it's kind of fun because my empties bin is slowly filling back up, and I filmed a empties video maybe like 2 months ago. And so I always get such a thrill out of like throwing an empty product in there. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but the eye look is looking just as dramatic as I wanted it to. So love that for me. And then for lip shades, I don't know which one I used, but I feel like we need to try this. I didn't lip swatch these, so I'm curious. I should have. Oh, it's so pretty. It's a lot more subtle than I thought, so that's cute and it smells so nice. I'm gonna go ahead and pop something on my cheeks so we can play with the highlighter, and then I'm gonna find a black lipstick, I think, so that I can top this on it. I think that would be so pretty, and it'll go so well with this dramatic look. So let's go ahead and cut to that. The black lip is giving me all the drama I needed today. Oh my gosh, let's go take over the world. Okay, so let's go ahead and apply this gloss, and then we have to throw on the highlighter. This is probably a dangerous idea with a black lip, but I just wanted to see if it would sparkle. And now I'm like, wait, is this a good idea? Maybe we'll just leave it like slightly sparkly. I actually don't want this to move around because then the black's gonna get everywhere. So I'm actually gonna veto that plan, but you can see the sparkles. And you guys did technically get to see it on my lips because I put it on earlier. I took it off to put on the black matte lipstick, but I love a black lip on me. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, gonna toot my own horn. I love a black lipstick on me. And the other day I was watching Betty Jean do her reveal of her collab with Fantasy Cosmetica, and she was wearing a black lipstick, and I was like, it looks so natural on her in a way. And I was like, I need to pull out my black lipstick. It looks so good on her. Okay, so I feel like we have to go for Starlight because, I mean, with a look like this, you need a highlighter like this. So let me just go ahead and pat that on. If I'm going to wear a colorful highlighter, I'd like it to be like this. It's more of a sheen. It's not really like a big sparkle fest. It's there, but it's not like a ton of glitter just sitting on my face. And so I can do this kind of colorful highlighter any day of the week, but I just don't like the chunky, glittery highlighters that are colorful. And I feel like a lot of the ones I come across are like that. So, I gotta put a little bit. I gotta put a little bit on the nose. I can't help myself. I was like, don't do it. And then I was like, well, so what if it looks like I snorted some unicorn tears? Okay, I'm living. She's giving the drama. Okay, let me go ahead and finish up this look, throw on some mascara, and I'll be right back to show it to you and give you my thoughts on this collection from Cosmic Brushes. Friends, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little obsessed with myself right now, and I think I'm gonna just sit here all night long staring at myself. That's just a joke, I'm kidding, but oh my gosh, this look turned out even better than I had hoped for. So let me tell you really quick what else is on my face today. So I decided to switch it up for foundation. I went back to the new Makeup by Mario foundation, Estee Lauder concealer because I wanted my under eyes to be snatched. And of course I couldn't give up my bronzer combo. So I'm wearing my Chanel Cream bronzer and then my Hung Wango bronzer. Oh my gosh, a little piece of it like cracked over here. So I'm like, am I using it that much? Or I think I'm just not being very careful with it. So I'm gonna have to be a little bit more delicate with my Sweet Baby bronzer. It's so beautiful. I'm like, oh my God, I'm actually using it. And then I forgot to tell you the blush color too. So I'm wearing Heroine from Cosmic Beauty, and this is from their Halloween set last year. I believe they did this color. And it's just like a great purple blush for my skin tone, which makes me so happy because a lot of the times purple blushes can be a little too cool tone. I don't think they have that box anymore, but if they ever bring it back, I highly suggest you jump on it. So before I tell you guys my thoughts on this collection, give you my review, I figured I'd do some comparisons in case you guys were a little bit curious. So I do have some of the, well, actually I have all of the Cosmic Brushes palettes, but I figured I'd compare the ones that I think are a little bit similar. So here is the little Gothic palette, which is their purple monochromatic palette that they did a while ago. And I just wanted to show it to you. I don't know that all of these palettes I'm going to show you today are still available, but I just thought you might find it helpful. I feel like I've been getting decent feedback on the comparison, so I might as well since I have them. This is the one that really started my love affair of Cosmic Beauty. This is the Serenity palette and their new Starlight palette. This one is like their best-selling palette, I'm pretty sure. And they've sold like over 10,000 of these palettes, which is so wild. Here's their more recent one, The Lovers. Oh, these two together. Sign me up. How pretty. And they have like that tarot card vibe to them. Both of these do. This is so pretty. I just, you know, I love my job. I love my job. Sitting here, looking at these palettes just makes me happy. Okay, I think this one is still available. This is the Wonderland palette. This is Holiday 23. I can't remember, but look at that. So pretty. It's more of like an icy blue palette with some purples. This new one has those neutrally shades too, so again, they all just look so beautiful together. Salivating over here. These palettes are everything. This is the new palette next to the Cool Trolls. How fun. Okay, here it is next to Sinister, which is the Halloween mystery box palette from 2024. And I think that's pretty much it for comparisons. Like I said, I do have all of their palettes, but I don't really feel like we need to hold them up side by side next to every single one. But this is like oddly satisfying. It's not odd, actually. It's really wonderful to be able to have all of these. So I'm super duper grateful to have been able to play with yet another new collection from Cosmic Beauty. Okay, so at the time I started filming this video, we didn't have a lot of information, but I did see on the Cosmic Beauty Instagram page, they did announce that this collection is launching on October 17th at 6 p.m. UK time. I'm not sure what that converts to in Central Standard Time, but I will find it and I will put it on the screen and I will put it in the description box for you guys, as well as a pinned comment. And it says that this will be approximately 114 USD, including tariffs and international shipping. I don't know if that means that you can get the entire chest for $114, but that's crazy bananas. And I'm pretty sure you can stack codes. So if you want to use my affiliate code with Cosmic Beauty, it's KH Makeup, just like it is with pretty much every other brand that I work with. And that'll give you some savings as well, which is super helpful. I love saving money, you guys know that. And I love buying makeup. So when those two can go together, it always makes me happy. Of course, you don't have to use my code. Just use somebody's code because it helps you save and it helps out your favorite creators as well. So now that we covered that info, let's go ahead and break down this collection. Oh my goodness. So I don't even know where to start. I'm thinking in my head, like, should I rank everything? I don't think it counts because it's all such different items, but everything is so beautiful. So I guess we can start off with the highlighter trio. I really don't mind a face palette. I know sometimes people don't really love having to get a whole face palette, but Cosmic Beauty is such an affordable brand. So even if you're getting 3 highlighters, I'm sure everything's going to be priced very reasonably if you decide to pick up individual items. And these 3 shades are wearable. I would say, even though this middle one is like a purple shifty shade, it's so pretty. And if you don't want to wear it as a highlighter, I'm sure you could tap this on your lids, or I don't know, you could even maybe scrape it a little bit and put some in your body lotion if you want to get like a purple hue to your legs or your arms or something like that. I personally don't mind that shade at all. Like I said, I love that it's not this like chunky glitter highlighter, so it makes it a lot easier for me to justify wearing it. And the other 2 shades are good neutral shades. If you have a deeper or medium complexion, I think this one would be a great everyday kind of shade for you as well. So I really love the shades they included. Packaging of this whole collection is like 10 out of 10, so I really have nothing bad to say about this. And on the back it does have the ingredients. It says this is made in the VRC, 24-month shelf life, and Oh, I freaking love it. It's so pretty. I love the like the celestial vibes of everything is making me so happy, and I love the blue. And then the eyeliners, again, no notes. They all feel so creamy and glidey, and they actually stay in my waterline, which I have such a hard time with getting shades to show up and stay put. Sometimes I feel like after I use my mascara, I'm like, where's my eyeliner? It's gone, but you can still obviously see the shade I used in this look as well as the gold shade. It was so beautiful in the first look. So super duper fun. If you're really creative, I'm sure you could do some really fun graphic liner stuff with this too. Maybe create some cute stars on your face, whatever you're feeling like doing that day. But oh my gosh, these are so cute. The packaging's cute. I'm so happy with these. Next, we've got the two lip oils. I think these are wonderful, and I love any lip products that Cosmic Beauty does. I feel like the owner just like gets me, and so I love the two shades we have here. We've got a really pretty mauve and a really nice brown color, and I love wearing shades like this, so I know I'm going to be reaching for these a ton. And the oils are lovely too, so I think all of these are nice. You can't go wrong. I feel like if you can get this trunk for $114, I say get everything, because that's such a great price for all of these items. That's all I can think of. And then last but certainly not least is the eyeshadow palette. First of all, the packaging is so stunning. On the front here, it says 20 color palette for eyes and face. Net weight is 22 grams or 0.776 ounces of product. Ingredients are on the back. It says 24-month shelf life, made in the PRC, in case any of you care. And yeah, the inside is glorious. I love the detail here. This oval shaped mirror. There's little stars around it. It's so freaking cute. And then each of the rows, I feel like honestly could be their own look as well. So if you're really stuck, you can do a neutral, warm tone eye look. You can do a purpley look, a blue look. And then the last row is a really pretty mauve-y look. So there's a little bit of everything for everyone here. You can mix and match. So if you want to create something more bold, you can go all over the place. You can even do a really cute like pastel moment with these shades here. Everything's kind of arranged in a very interesting way. You can also see they gave us like 2 dark shades, 2 mid-tone shades, 2 light shades. So we have a nice gradient for any type of look that you want to create. Overall, I'm really loving this color story. And it's just not a hit for me from Cosmic Beauty. So I'm super duper happy with this collection, and I'm really thankful they sent it my way so I can play with it. I hope that this video is helpful to you guys. I know there's so many things coming out, so it does get a little bit chaotic trying to figure out what you want to spend your money on. So I hope this video is helpful. If you have any questions that I can help you out with, let me know in the comments. I do read my comments and I will get back to you if there's something that I can answer. Other than that, let me know your thoughts. Which look was your favorite? I'm nosy. I always like to hear which ones you guys enjoy. And if you aren't subscribed already, I'm slowly trying to get to 15,000. So it would be really helpful if you could subscribe, and it's free. It's a free way to support your girl. So thank you for hanging out with me, and I will see you in another video very, very soon. Bye, friends.